Yom Haatzmaut everyone over here. As you can see, there's just barbecue very near me at the moment. Everyone's celebrating, obviously, 77th year that Israel is thriving, it's booming, and we hope it's going to grow much more in Torah mitzvot. I'm actually in a famous park here in the area of Mem Shalosh, here in Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph. I'm surrounded not just by barbecues over here and people celebrating and just a bit of enjoyment. What we have also over here, it's a famous park where it's full of old mikvaot, olive presses, wine presses from like a couple of thousand years ago, and this huge park full of games. It's called the Park Yarmut, the famous Yarmut park that stretches basically 2-3 kilometers, all in Beit Shemesh. A beautiful park over here, one of the standout parks here in this whole vicinity. I want to say something about it. I can actually smell the delicious smell of barbecue here on Yom Haatzmaut, of the meats and the steaks, and it's a fantastic day because we're all living in this country now. 80% of the, let's just say, the country of Israel is at least Jewish at the moment. I'm celebrating on this day the fact that we've got tens of thousands of synagogues in this country. We've got more than 1 million people learning Torah. But it's not it yet. Obviously, we haven't got the third Beit Mikdash. It's not finished. This is not the real deal. But we are living here. We can pray now. We can daven that we want the rebuilding of the Beit Mikdash. We have so much facilities over here to keep a religious life. So many miracles have been performed over all these years here in Israel. We've even witnessed over the last 18 months since October the 7th, especially when Iran tried to attack us twice. What's actually occurred, how Hashem protected us. The miracles actually occurred in 1948. We remember that, we recount that. Many of the great rabbis, in especially the North African countries, held, what a magnanimous day this was. I was speaking to a friend of mine that he asked his uncle, what happened in Afghanistan in 1948? What did the Jewish people do? And he unequivocally said there was joy, elation. They said Hallel over there. And we can learn about the history of all these countries where we came from. Think about it. Before we lived here, obviously nothing is perfect now, and this is not it, but we're here. We are living here now. We've got millions of people, Jewish people living here. Booming economy, a lot of people learning Torah. So definitely we've got the building blocks, and we really hope it's going to result in the building of the Beit Mikdash. But what was there before 1948? Obviously, there was Jewish people living here the whole time. We know that there was big communities in Jerusalem, in Hebron, in Tiberias, all over the different vicinities. But it wasn't the same. There wasn't religious, let's just say, we couldn't travel to so many places. To go to Jerusalem, there was curfews that was put on the Jewish people. There was anti-Semitism that took place here over the years. Unfortunately, there wasn't, maybe wealth-wise, it was very, very difficult. There was a lot of difficulties. In those days, a lot of the rabbis had to travel from Jerusalem or Hebron or from Tiberias or from all the different vicinities, wherever they were living. I had to raise money, go to North African countries, go to the European countries and try and get. But over here, what's magnanimous at the moment is everything is thriving, the Torah learning. People say, oh, I can live in New York, I'm learning Torah. I can live in London, I can learn Torah. South Africa is brilliant. Look how much Torah we can learn. But there's nothing like the Torah Eretz Yisrael. The Torah learning here in Israel is absolutely phenomenal, and there's nothing that beats that at the same time, especially learning near the Kotel. We've got the Kotel Maravi back since 1967. It wasn't that easy back in the day to travel, if you were living even in Israel, to go to the Western Wall or to go to Jerusalem in of itself. But what a miracle has happened. Now we've got a train line in Jerusalem going all over Jerusalem. We can go from one side of Jerusalem to the other side now, very, very easily accessed at the moment. We can go from one part of the country by train to the other. We didn't have that 200 years ago. It was a difficulty. People used to travel from Morocco, from all these countries, and they used to take them many, many weeks, and it was scary. There were pirates in the ships. It was very, very dangerous in those days. But now things are much, much more easier. We can thank Hashem now for this. But as we stated before, at the same time, we do it with a bit of caution because we haven't seen the rebuilding of the third Beit Mikdash. Yes, there is still machloket here. Yes, there still are a lot of problems over here. Yes, unfortunately, a lot of people haven't found their way within regards to Judaism, and there's so much. But at least now we are here. We can bring people close. We can embrace people. We can show them the right path. We can pray that everyone's going to come back. We're all going to be one united nation together. Just like we had 12 tribes that were united back in the day, we saw a couple of thousand years ago. We can have that now. And Baruch Hashem, we have got this opportunity. We're living here in Eretz Yisrael, and it's magnificent, it's splendid. And one's got to be very careful. You know, I was speaking to someone just a few minutes ago. He was trying to downplay the day. You know, maybe people are maybe not doing appropriate things like last night they could have been doing, and some of that, which is true. But we don't envision a Israel where people are going to be maybe in the marketplace in the night time in a disco and dancing. No, none of the rabbis. We don't support that whatsoever. But we support the fact that we're all in Eretz Yisrael and we've got the opportunity to keep mitzvot, opportunity to have family time, opportunity to have Bible time, to have good things coming on. And Bezrat Hashem, we're going to see just a lot of brachot and good things here. Am Yisrael Chai, and the barbecues are pretty much ready. I need a bit of meat at the moment. I do say also, people will come with questions. We're in the middle of Spirat Omer. How can you increase your joy? All those things. Now, a lot of rabbis did hold that it was a celebration, and miracles did actually occur on this specific day. But we still do remember at the time, we are still in Spirat Omer, and we do tame many people. We won't listen necessarily to music, live music, on this specific day. There's many different laws. I would speak to a local Orthodox rabbi with regards to that thing, this very important topic. But we can have gratitude and say thanks to Hashem, say to him, and also spend a whole